What's up all? And this is Dev. I'm going to be showing you Firefall today. Basically going to be going over most of the basics of the game, showing you some of the things that you should know as a new player coming into this game, and just kind of give you a leg up. You will notice that I have a bunch of add-ons on my game because, well, the add-ons make it a lot better. So there's some things that if you want them, you'd have to go to the Curse website and get those add-ons and let the Curse client install them for you. But for the most part, it's personal preference. It does have a fully moddable UI. You can go into your options and change around your whole interface here. So anything that you don't like, you can go ahead and move it around and put it the way that you want it. First thing I would say you should do to increase your frames per second and help you out in game. I found that upping your streaming bandwidth helps out a lot for making it not glitch out and seem like it's skipping all the time. And also I found out that if you remove these oh, did not mean to do that. If you remove these resolution filters on it, it seems to make your frames per second a lot more stable. Because these are supposed to stabilize it, but it seems to not do it very well. So I just lowered them all. But other than that, I mean, it should run pretty well. So into the basics. So when you start playing, you're going to kind of have a basic frame. You're going to want to go to a frame garage to check out your frame. Here you have your primary weapons, your secondary weapons, your battle cores, and you can do all the modifications as well as repairing your frame when you get it damaged. So you'll probably be starting off with making your character, which is the new U. In fact, I'll just do it from this. There are new U stations specifically for new U, but you can do it from here as well. And when you do new U, basically it'll be... there it goes. It'll be selecting your character the way you want to make him look. Hair, facial hair, eye color, hair color, the works. I mean, you can select from fairly big varieties of stuff that you want. I don't have them all on here, I just have the ones that I've picked. And hairstyles can range fairly, so it's all personal preference. I like this look, so yeah. Then for your actual frames, you can always change them at any time. You'll always have the basics unlocked. I have them all unlocked. But you'll have like Dreadnought, Assault, Biotech, Engineer, and Recon by default unlocked. For this video, I'm going to show off I guess I'll do the Dragonfly. So I'll do the Dragonfly to show off kind of some of the basics when you first come into the game. Some things you should know. When you come in, you're going to be greeted with a huge quest line. That thing's going to run you throughout the entire story of Firefall all the way up to the max level. While I suggest you do that, you're going to want to do side things to help you level up and stay up to date with that quest. Some side things I would suggest is doing these job boards down here in this first city, and it'll actually, the tutorial quest will bring you up to these. These are super helpful for leveling up. You just come up here, grab one, and it sends you off on a mission to help this person. Your rewards are these vouchers, copper tokens, and a chance item. Copper tokens are used at these vending machines up here. And they allow you to roll for a chance at items. So you can insert a copper token and it randoms up. And yeah, got 2 items. Yay. But yeah, so you got those, and then you have the tokens or the vouchers are, sorry. The vouchers are usable at these vendors, the voucher vendors, the Ares vendors. So when you use these, you can buy weapons and other things using the vouchers from that area. And it's really helpful if you aren't crafting them, which I'll get into crafting last, because crafting is kind of a huge thing in this game. So as you're playing, you have these to autofill your ammo, so you can I'll go out here. So aside from those Ares boards, which are very fun to do because they're all very different missions to do, you also have the ability to do more of a side thing, which is thumping. And thumping's kind of how you're going to get most of your resources for crafting. So the way you thump is actually pretty simple. You're going to start off with the stock thumper and a hammer you'll get during the quest, and the stock thumper you'll get during the quest. And well, it's all restricted. So you have to get outside restricted areas to thump. Oh, there we go. Non-restricted. In fact, let me go on the other side of this hill. And you can thump pretty much anywhere. So, wow, that's got really terrible resources. So when you thump, you use your hammer to thump. It's going to tell you the resources that you'll find in that area, and different areas have different resource counts, so you kind of want to search around and find the best resources. One of my add-ons lets me see it all the time. I can see where the resources are and where I found good resources and all that kind of stuff, and you can hit tab to switch what you see where. And also in-game you can hit tab to bring up your frame to see where you're damaged and anything like that. So I think right here, yeah, we got a decent amount. Let me see if my buddy Soul wants to come help me thump. I'll just do a personal thump right now, since I don't think he's on this. Alright, well, I'll just use the personal one. I think this is still a low level area. Yeah, it should be in. So it'll tell you around these things what area you're in. So you got level 1 to 5 here, and 16 to 17 here. So you kind of want to stay in your areas. So let's pull down a thumper. So if you hit C, you get your call down list. I've got a lot of call downs. You'll probably start off with a few. By default, you'll have the stock thumper. And I'll just use that one since it's easy.
Thumper incoming.
I see your target dropping now.
Now, I may not do the full thump just because I don't want this video to be super long and I still have crafting to cover. So I may not let this fill completely out. But here you have your thumper. It'll show you its capacity as it's thumping and its integrity. And basically your job is, while it thumps, not to let creatures kill it. And you also, your secondary weapon has unlimited ammo. So if you ever run out of ammo on your first one, you can always switch to your secondary. Give yourself unlimited ammo. The secondary weapons are usually not near as strong as the primary weapons, as you can see. You can just be like, dead, 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 dead. But anyways, so I'll send this thing back so it stops calling out guys.
Try topping her off next time. Flight load still pay the bill.
Once it stops thumping, these guys will actually stop spawning. You don't have to stay here and kill them all, but I was just wanting to get most of them out of the way. Show off some combat. So here you got your thumper results. You can see them here. So I got some iron ore and a lot of shifted earth, which is kind of pointless. You can also salvage crap. So if you get extra, you can get rid of all of it. Like I think I got some salvageable just junk from that, yeah. So here I can confirm all these and salvage them down. And this gives you extra crafting resources, like resource points, which are important for crafting, and your copper wiring and nano wiring and stuff that you're going to need when you're crafting. So to show off crafting really quick before I end this video. And just double jump does all the flying about it. So in every city you'll have these big nano modular printers, and in here you basically have three things. You probably won't have as many spots because I've got the stupid VIP still, but you'll probably have 2 slots. And in here you have research, refining, and manufacturing. Refining, you take those ores that you just got and refine them down to be better resources that you're going to use. And you can do that with the shells and all that stuff to get all the things that you're going to need. And they all have different timers for how long it takes for them to refine down. The other thing you've got is you've got research, which is part of what you're going to need for manufacturing. So in here you've got weapon production. Weapon production produces all your primary and secondary weapons. So if you need secondary weapons, you can go, well, I need all the secondary type weapons. So producing, and it'll tell you here it's going to take 20 minutes to produce them all. Then you have the abilities, and this goes by suit. So whichever battle frame you're wearing, you'll find them in here. This unlocks these abilities, which I can't show them on this character, but let me jump to my higher level. Okay. So on here, you'll see down here at the bottom, I've got abilities. And basically, you get these at different levels. When you have your suit at a low level, it'll say level 2, level 4, level 6, level 8. And then you also have, when you're looking at your suits, you have perks. And these you need to go to a garage to see. And when you're over at a garage, you can see these perks and pick the perks that you want for your suit. And you'll get points as you level up, so that you can take these perks and put them in here. As far as these abilities go, you'll get most of them as drops or as rewards from doing Ares missions. But if you want a specific one and you want it with specific stats and you want it to be the best that it can be, you're going to have to craft it. So in here,
Manufacturing complete.
I've got secondary weapons and all these crafting. Well, I've already gone, if I go to my abilities and I go to Bastion, I've already crafted up to level 24 and 25. And you can go straight across the top. You don't have to go down these. But these bottom ones are the better versions. That's why they're purple. And so, as I'm coming down, I'm trying to get both of these and level them up because I'm already past level 17, but I'm not quite 24 on this character. So I need kind of... I'm trying to get ahead of the game here, and I need to kind of get down here so I have the best of the best prior to this one. Then you have battle frame types, which these are specific types. This isn't like type A, type B, type D. It's A is for assault, B is for battle, or what is B? It's order types or battle types or something like that. D is for destruction types, E is for engineers, R is for recon. So these are specific model types. They're not like a non-specific like generic. It's kind of supposed to cover everything in engineer, everything in... So you have... These are split into types where like the dreadnought, the mammoth, the rhino, and the arsenal. These are all a heavy armor type. And then you have other ones that are other types. These make those generic sets for those types where when you want to manufacture, you've got the rocket jump in here and the particle beam and the combat gun without having to research arsenal yet. And same on. And then when you go into the specifics like I've done with the Bastion, I've got the turrets where I've researched 24 and 25, but I haven't gone past 14 or 15 yet as far as this. And here you can see where these items come into play. And in fact, here I'll show you for this. You can see it tells you if you don't have the item, where to get that item. So it says like here, I can get it from salvaging stuff that's 20 to 29. So it's just I haven't been getting enough of that gear to salvage enough of it to get enough of these. So I could make it if I go and get more of that type of gear and salvage more of it. Then also for research you have general knowledge, which is stuff like health packs, stim packs, and the thumpers, which I have all the thumpers here. Thumpers, you're not going to want to use the squad ones until you actually have a squad of people. They call them way more creatures to them, but they also have way bigger resource loads. Like if you look, this has 300 capacity, and then if I look at the squad version of the same one, it's 350. So it's that little extra is like a lot. So it's usually not good to use the squad one unless you got a couple people to help you out. And especially since if they actually get destroyed, you have to make another one. But you can always send it back if things get hairy. But yeah, that's pretty much the crafting as far as a quick rundown. There are specific things like mission items and resource hybrid stuff that where you can sync. You can actually kind of upgrade your lower end materials to higher end materials, but it's I'm not going to go into each of these things that you'll learn as you go, kind of. So that should cover most of the basics. As you travel around the game, there's a couple ways to travel. You won't start off with vehicles, but you do get a vehicle at some point. And you can ride these around the game, kind of have fun with them. On top of vehicles, which normally you're going to want to be careful with them because you have to replace them if you break them. That one's a collector's one, so it's unlimited. But you also have these glider pads. And you can also get a personal glider pad, but they're... yeah, I've got a mod on that. Oops. But yeah, you've got glider pads, and those are another good way of getting around here. And lastly, you have these airships, and these are kind of on schedule, and you can see the schedule if you go to any one of these boards that say like, yeah, the flight schedule, the Araya, and you can see where it is and departing and when it's arriving and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of gives you like an airplane route. These arrive at the helipads. And let me run over to the helipad. Here you can see it coming in here. So you can take these shuttles, and they go specifically between cities. So you can take them, and they'll say which cities they go to. So this is the Sunken Harbor transport, and it goes between Transhub and Dump Dump and all those. So that's the fastest way to get around and the safest, because that's just kind of AFK, sit down in the back, it flies you there. And there's a lot to this map. Like, this is just Area 1. You can actually go all over, and then from this planet, I'm guessing they're going to go out even further than that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty big. And there are dungeons, and you can repeat these. So I'm high level, so I've already done most of these. Well, higher level. Max level is 50. So you've got this ship over here, which is kind of the dungeon drop ship. Here you can see the hardcore mode for dungeons and the regular dungeons here. And you can go back and restart these, and it will minimize your level to the min level, or to the max level. And you can play these again and get rewards again and get quests or XP and everything again. So these are fun to repeat if you got people to repeat it with, and they are playable for 1 to 5 people. So you can do it with your buddies, or you can do it by yourself. It's personal preference, which a lot of this game is. You can play solo, or you can play with other people, and it works both ways. I think that should cover about everything. You got the Red Bean store here, which is pay for cosmetic type stuff, and it's all personal, just look stuff, which apparently is lagging out. It's awesome. And then you also have the marketplace, which you can buy and sell all kinds of stuff for in-game credit. And I guess I should say, so this game, just like Guild Wars 2, if you've been playing it, has a transfer system where you can exchange for red beans. So you can exchange, you have to convert everything to this generic currency, which is like just a slider scale of how many do you want to trade for how many of their basic currency. And then with that basic currency, you can see here the trade-in for red beans, and you can see your history and everything like that. Well, that also applies to in here. Most of these are going to be bought using these. So if you're going to want to buy stuff out the marketplace, you're going to have to convert them to credits, because most people want credits so that they can use them for other things, such as, you know, buying red beans. So Crystite is only really used for in crafting and sometimes off of vendors that are NPCs, and nothing else really. Trying to think if anything I missed.
Be sure to stop by Larry's.
I don't think so. That should be pretty much everything. If you guys have questions, go ahead, message me in game. I'll gladly help out, DaVincian. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy playing the game as much as